Welcome to the Let's Talk About It show with your host, Ricky.
Why is teamwork so important in the sports world and also in the church? Can you share an example, a personal example, and a biblical example that comes to mind about why teamwork is so important? Because we see it in the sports world. We see what happens when a penalty comes on the football field. It sets the whole team back. And if that teamwork ain't there, or if that attitude gets crazy, it affects everybody. It just doesn't affect the player, the one player that did it, or it affects everyone. You'll move the line forward or move it backwards,
Right.
Yeah.
Teamwork in a team in the natural. The setting of the team is to unify everyone to be aligned with the same focal point or the same goal to achieve greatness. Because at the end of the day, if you look at football, everybody want to win the Super Bowl. They're striving, the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And as a team, you must be unified. We all have to be on the same page, all right? When we performing and we're playing, that's why, all week long, you have team meetings, you have all these breakout meetings, and all that is communication in order for the entire team to move forward together. If you have individuals out there trying to do it, that's not going to happen. So there had to be communication from top down, so everyone knows their assignment and knows what the plan is, where we're going, how we're going to get there. We have to be disciplined in showing up for those meetings, because if you're not disciplined in showing up for those meetings, you're going to miss something, and the team is not going to be hurt. Okay, so the ultimate goal is for that team to win, right? Yeah. So that's why they have the practices. You go through all those practices, you go over that play over and over again. That when it's Sunday and it's time to play, you're not thinking about the play. It just comes natural because you didn't hear it all week long. What we got to do, all right? So you have that in the natural. Now let's go spiritual side of it.
Yeah.
So you have, if you remember the story of the Tower of Babel, I believe it's Genesis 11, where they all had the same language. Their mindset was set to build a tower to heaven.
Okay, yeah, talk to me.
All right. All of them had the same mind, the same language. They're working together. This person not against that person. No, they're working together to build a tower to heaven.
Yeah.
God came down to look to see what they were doing. He saw that they were all together. They were unified. They're communicating. They're in the meetings.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah.
Right? And so God himself says, let me confuse their language.
Yeah.
Because that they're setting out to do, they can do it. Why? Because they are all on one accord.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So the power lies within the communication process. There, that communication is again where we're all together, right? And he confused their language. You wonder why we got all these languages? He confused their language. That now you have this language, that language, so they could not do or accomplish now because of the confusion. Of getting there.
Yeah, that's right. Man, so now you got me thinking a little bit about the Tower of Babel. And so I'm thinking God saw how man came together and were unified, but they were unified in putting their their faith in the wrong place. And that's when they became really enemies of God, when they put their faith in the wrong place. We're going to work our way to heaven. And it's like, nah, you can't do it this way. Right. We see them confuse the language and stuff. So I think that's an important nugget. Don't put your faith in the wrong team or in the wrong place, because God will come down and he will deal with that one day, and we just want to be careful with that. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Are you too busy for God? Are you prepared for the afterlife? Is God an afterthought or your daily bread of life? Do you have the time for God? Can you spare some time with God? This community network, minutes with God.